Have you heard of a rare neurodevelopmental disorder with autism-like features called Rett Syndrome? Hi, my name's Mackenzie, and I'm a scientist who's passionate about studying rare diseases. While each rare disease may only affect a small number of people, altogether there's over 300 million people worldwide who live with various rare diseases. Despite this, they are often understudied or lack awareness. Many people don't know that incredible scientific advancements are happening today to help design better medications for those facing these little discussed illnesses. Today, I'd love to share my passion with you by talking about what Rett syndrome is, what medications help treat patients, the innovative therapies on the horizon, and why the world should care about rare diseases. Rett syndrome is seen in about 1 in every 10,000 live female births. While it's also seen in boys, it is even more rare. Patients with this disorder face challenges that impact nearly every aspect of their day-to-day life. Many aren't able to walk or even speak, though some patients may have a few words that they use. Often, people with Rett syndrome use mobility aids and communication devices to help them get around and talk with their loved ones or caretakers. One of the most notable symptoms is that patients clasp and wring their hands together, which can get in the way of routine tasks like getting dressed. Unfortunately, seizures, gastrointestinal problems, and troubles breathing are also commonly encountered. In most cases, Rett syndrome can be traced back to a mutation in a gene called MECP2. This gene is super important in turning other genes in our DNA on or off. On top of that, the MECP2 gene is especially active in the brain. There, it helps keep brain cells healthy so they can send messages to each other. When mutations in MECP2 cause it to no longer work, large parts of your DNA can't follow the blueprint normally used to make things brain cells need to stay healthy. For many years, Rett patients didn't have medications that directly targeted the disease. They may have been prescribed anti-seizure meds or laxatives to address symptoms to a degree. This all changed in 2023 when the FDA approved the first medication specifically designed for Rett syndrome, trofinetide. Research suggests that this treatment reduces excessive brain inflammation and strengthens communication between brain cells. Patients using this medication have seen improvements in engaging with others and having better control of their hands. But the search for access to more treatment options is far from over. In fact, it has fueled amazing scientific findings, and groundbreaking treatments are on the horizon for Rett syndrome. Not only is this huge for Rett syndrome patients, but it will also push the boundaries of how we can treat other genetic disorders. Because Rett syndrome is caused by a mutation in DNA that keeps the MECP2 gene from working, scientists think that we can add back a working gene to help reverse the disease. This is called gene therapy, and similar things have been achieved for sickle cell disease and spinal muscular atrophy. There's a couple different ways to go about gene therapies. Many pharmaceutical companies are interested in directly delivering working MECP2 into the body. Other researchers think we can bring up levels of working MECP2 in less obvious ways. For instance, cells that have the mutated MECP2 gene also have another, non-mutated copy of the gene that is inactive. They believe we can activate the non-mutated gene to reverse the disease. Another revolutionary way to bring up MECP2 levels is by blocking a molecule in our bodies called microRNAs. MicroRNAs grab onto MECP2 to break it down and throw it out, which normally helps keep its levels in check. In Rett syndrome, we could give MECP2 an extra boost using a technology called ASOs. These molecules block microRNAs from throwing MECP2 away and helps to keep its levels up. I'm so excited to witness the amazing scientific progress being made for this disease. There's an astounding network of researchers, doctors, caregivers, and of course the patients themselves that continue to drive this research. Raising awareness and support for the disease is critical to fuel these advancements. If you want to learn more, consider visiting the International Rett Syndrome Foundation website. With all of us working towards this goal, the possibilities are endless.